Al, whenever you're ready, go ahead.
All right, let's give it a shot. Oh, man. I got to get this voice in shape.
Al, I would say, was a very simple man with great intellect, a singular focus, and enormous generosity. I will miss my friend and partner. I'll miss his humor, his observations and historical perspectives, his stories. Of course, I'll miss his teaching. But most of all, I'll miss Al's confidence. But it's hard to grieve when for the past 23 years, we spent every day talking about the things that matter most and the one thing that matters most. And when your friend just achieved the very thing your relationship was striving for, it's hard to grieve. Al is face to face with God. Al is exactly where he wants to be. Al is exactly where he hopes each and every one of you will be too one day. I say simple because while we work together on a vast array of complex plans, budgets, initiatives, and dreams, while we worked with many different people, apostolates, ministries, bishops, and personalities, all that really mattered, all that we really cared about was one very simple thing. Are we advancing the word? Are we his hands and feet? Will our listeners hear the voice of the Lord? Will they be edified? Will they be educated or encouraged? Will they be enlightened or feel exhorted? Very simply, Al believes that our job was to bring the good news of Jesus Christ to as many people as the Lord allowed us to reach. Al often said, "I'm an evangelist. I did not wish to be on the radio. If it were taken away tomorrow, you would find me on the street corner saying and doing the exact same things I'm saying and doing here today." I know Al is a great intellect, not because he has a library of some 60,000 books, although that might be a good clue. His intellect, I'm sure, is measured by the fact that he could speak to every person he encountered. Not just pleasantries, but real, substantive, life-changing conversations of consequence. Every intellectual gear created by God for each of us, at every level, would quickly be discerned by Al. Then he asked questions. He posited ideas, and before you know it, the Holy Spirit was involved. Here's an all-too-common example. It's 10 minutes to 4 in the afternoon. Al needs to run down the hall. Some beautiful soul comes out of the bookstore and sees Al. Al will stop and talk because Jesus sent this person to him at that moment. And Al saw that Jesus wanted a moment of his time. Al gave it without hesitation. And of course, at about 3:58, Bryant would scramble out of the studio door and bring back Al to the microphone so that Al could have a personal, one-on-one conversation with the 1.5 million other individuals made in the image and likeness of God. Al is a man who truly thirsted for souls. Al taught me patience. Al taught me to be discerning. He taught me to measure everything against one reality: salvation. The questions are simple. Why this person? Why this topic? Why now? Why? Because Al was a thirsty man.
This is the will of God. Be a saint. If you seek to be the person he created you to be, God won't fail to guide you. The way can look pretty tough, random, even aimless, like a piece of needlepoint when you look at its backside with all the threads crisscrossed and no apparent rhyme or reason. But turn it over and the design becomes obvious.